Hey everyone, welcome back. So, sorry about that. My voice might be still a little bit off, but we are here to play Bear and Breakfast. Honestly, this is a game I've been looking forward to very much. Honestly, because I was sick this week, I wasn't able to reach out to developers and everything, so I just bought the game tonight. So this isn't a... the game wasn't given to me or anything like that. We're doing it. I just bought the game and I said, you know what, we're gonna, whatever you guys want to play, that's what we're gonna play, and I'm just gonna pick it up. Because honestly, beginning of this week was a little bit rough. I even took 3 days off of work, which I think has never happened in like the last like 5 years. I've never taken like sick days, you know what I mean? Like when it's not vacation or because I had a baby or whatnot. So it was pretty crazy this week. I've been I'm on the up path though. So for everyone, before you need to ask, I am getting there almost 100%. Just the voice and the cough is still a little tough. By the way, just, you know, I'll put it out there. Yes, it was the coronavirus that I got again. It's my second time now, so yay for me. Guess I got lucky. One of my girls brought it home from school again. That's that. But hey, I want to say hey to everyone first. So hey Scotty, hey Juan, hey Rob, hey VidGameMech. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if it's worth it as well. I've heard good things about it. I've heard good things about it so far, but I did hear that it's maybe still a little bit glitchy in parts. So we're going to see that tonight. I don't know if we're going to see any glitches because we're going to be playing for a couple of hours. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes it is. We will see that. But I really like sim games. We haven't played a lot of them on stream yet, but I love sim games. I'm playing like a ton of, 2-Point Campus right now. I'm putting a lot of hours into that game, and so I really like sim games because it's a way to chill, relax, lay back. You play a game and you don't need to be like on point, fast reactions and all that stuff. Still got to be thinking, but it's more strategizing than necessarily reacting. Tonight, I took out the big guns. I'm not drinking beer. I've got my dark rum here. I've been sipping on it already for about half an hour. Helps the throat, helps everything. So that's what we're doing for tonight. Hey, Tron. Thanks, yes. Hey, I think maybe I just didn't notice you in previous streams, but I think I haven't seen you in a little while in the stream. So welcome back, my man. And if I did miss you, I'm sorry about that if you've been in the last ones. Cheese, hey, welcome to the stream. So we're gonna take this easy tonight. We're gonna play. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it started any second now because it's probably gonna be somewhat slow going. I'm assuming since it's a management sim. We're gonna get started soon, but I want to reserve some time. We're gonna chat tonight because I do want to talk about the Nintendo Direct as well because I haven't done a video on it. I was strongly debating doing one this morning, but it's like 4 days late. Not sure there would have been much interest, but you know what? We'll talk about it on stream, and maybe if I have the time, I'll still throw one out there. You've been MIA. Well, glad to have you back, Tron, man. Glad to have you back. Welcome back. Helps the spirit, yes. I love rum. I'm a rum and whiskey guy, and I love drinking it straight. Like, you've got to taste that rum, taste that whiskey. Okay, first of all, let's just go really quickly through the options. I just want to see if there's anything we need to adjust. I don't think this is the type of audio that's going to be copyrighted, so I think we're pretty good with that. We're probably going to go through the controls. Use interact, cancel back, use interact. Okay, map is with X, pause the game, zoom in, zoom out. Pretty standard stuff, so I don't... They're probably going to introduce us to that during the game. Temperature... Oh, hey, Celsius, guys. I'm going to understand the temperature here. Sorry, guys, I'm leaving this in Celsius, because if we put this in Fahrenheit, I have no god dang idea what temperature it's going to be. Fire Emblem 3 Hopes and Dead Cells Prisoner Edition. Wallet Timer. Collector's editions are coming back in stock at Play Asia. Dang. Yeah, Play Asia. Honestly, I really have to get back into a rhythm of doing physical videos because I love physical media. I just got my physical copy of it's Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And this is a game that I was strongly debating playing this week since I got my copy from Limited Run Games. And by mistake, they actually sent me 2 copies. So I have 2 copies of the game. I have the regular edition and I have the Steelbook. So we'll see what I do with that extra game there. But, you know, I love my physical games. And I really want to do some coverage on that stuff. So either covering like the Limited Run Games coming out or maybe the Play Asia stuff. I'm more of a Play Asia guy. I still love my Limited Run from time to time, but I've converted over to Play Asia. Just because there's so many versions of the games that we can get that we can't get elsewhere. Now, let's get started, okay, guys? We're going to get started because, like I said, it's probably going to be a slow burn game. We'll have time to talk. It's not an action game. I'll be able to read the chat while we play. So I'm looking forward to this one, like I said. It's going to be... And it suits it because since I'm not 100% tonight, it's like a good timing to have a game like this. Let me just switch over to the mainstream view here so that you guys get a better view of the game as we're playing. So I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. Mom's going to kill me. Hank's hands got very cold all of a sudden. His forehead felt heavy with a crushing pressure. A dark figure with glowing eyes stared from far away. Weathered stones and dry wood surrounded it. Yeah, it is so much quicker. That ultimately, that's one of the big deciding factors to me. It's that basically, you know, I don't mind, but there's a part of me that really hates buying something and waiting 6 months to a year to get it. You know what I mean? Already Play Asia, it's about a month to a month and a half on average. But that's okay. I can deal with that. But waiting like a year, it's fine. Like I don't regret my Castlevania Ultimate Edition, but it's not something that is like, it's not an exciting feeling to me to have to wait that long for something. Like if they could tone that down to about 3 months, I'd really get a lot back into the limited run stuff. And I know a lot of it is due to COVID, due to all the garbage that happened for over the last couple of years. But at the same time, I mean, when it's going to settle back in, if they manage to hit like a 3-month average, then I'd be awesome. Yeah, exactly. I did the same thing as Utron. Except I bought the digital version as well. My God. I wasn't expecting my voice to be that rough. When I'm recording, it's a little bit easier because I can sort of take sips, take my time to record stuff. But, you know, obviously on stream it's a little different. So if I'm clearing my throat, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm going to try to keep it away from the microphone, but you might get some of it, and I'm sorry. Because if I have to mute every time I need to clear my throat, it's going to be awful tonight. Okay, suddenly, let's get back to the game. Suddenly, a blinding jolt of lightning illuminated the sky. Thunder cracked. A shriek pierced through the air. There was no one there. Everything fell dark and silent again, except for the rain. Forget I said anything. Sleep is overrated. Definitely. Sleep is overrated. Hello. Hello. I can't move. Do not. Don't what? See? Because that's already happening. Already I like the witty little dialogue. Move. Can't do that either. Left stick to move around. Okay. Well, that's convenient. There we go. Find. You mean like an introspection thing? What am I supposed to find here? Bed. Okay, here's the bed. Yeah, sure, I'll just take a nap in the deathbed. A to interact. Don't. You're not great at making up your mind. Oh, thank you, video game mech. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. I'm built of sterner stuff. Who knows the reference? Huh? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. That would be the almost exact line. I can't make sure it's word for word the same, but if someone gets that reference, let me know in the chat. Sorry guys, I want to have some fun tonight. I'm like I said, I've spent like a week in bed doing nothing except like for the last couple of days. So I want to have some fun tonight. I'll give you a hint. It's an 80s animated movie. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. 80s animated movie. Okay, so we can turn the light on and off. We can move around. It's like a cave-in. I didn't see. What did they tell us to do anything? Because I'm like, oh, there's a door down here. There we go. Yes, Lord Zed got it. Lord Zor, sorry about that. Transformers the movie. When Megatron and Optimus have their duel, just before, spoilers, one of the two dies. Well, sort of glad. The two die, but one comes back. Anyway, long thing. Exactly. Optimus Prime looks down at Megatron, begging for mercy, and says, I thought you were made of sterner stuff. One of my classic movies. I love that movie. When I was a kid, I hated it, though, because one of my heroes dies in that movie. And as a kid, my mom had to leave the theater with me. I was crying. I didn't want to stay for the rest of the movie. Because I must have been like 5 or 6 when it played. And I was a huge Transformers fan. We went back into the theater eventually, but it took her like a couple of minutes. I was like, I didn't want to stay for the rest of the movie. Well, aren't you a bag of bones? Good to see hibernation hasn't kicked in yet. You call it that every time I get a little extra sleep. Besides what? I had a hard time sleeping. Too many thoughts. Well, that runs in the family. Have you tried thinking less? Gee, thanks, Mom. No, Where's Annie? Oh, in her room with Will, probably. I should go wake him up. Alright, honey. So we have to go find Annie. Okay, the basics. While in adventure mode, you can control Hank using the left stick and walk around the world. Great stuff. Now, where do I find Annie's room? There's a door here. Hank, get out. Morning. Out. That's not very good morning of you. There's nothing good about being up this early. I don't smell any reason to be up yet. What do you mean? I could smell him a mile away. Yeah, that's why I'm talking about it, because I'm like, If you haven't seen that movie yet and it's 40 years old, that's on you. I don't really consider that spoilers as much. Maybe not 40, but like 35 years old. Hey Morose, Loki, welcome to the stream, sir. Welcome Lord Zor. I know I mentioned you, and Champ as well. I forgot to mention you guys, but welcome. What's on the docket today, boss? Digging a new hole next to the other holes. Actually, Mom said she might let us cross the creek today and check under the bushes for mushrooms. You know what I actually finally really sat down and watched this week, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm chatty today. But I finally watched Morbius. Yes, I got morbed. I morbed this week. And honestly, I'm not going to say it's a good movie. It's a bad superhero movie. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, there are good parts to it. The pacing and the overall story just doesn't make sense. The pacing in the story doesn't make sense. But I think that would this have been done possibly by a better director? It could have been saved. Because there were good parts to the movie. Jared Leto does a decent job with the character. I just think he didn't have a lot of material to work with. Morose Loki, you're 28 and so heck, I've barely seen OG Ghostbusters and Top Gun 3. Like, there should be a required movie watching for everyone. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, let me think. Top Gun definitely has to be on there. The Rocky movies. Like, The Godfather. Come on. Godfather. Part 1 and 2. You can skip 3. If someone skips part 3, I give them a pass. That's okay. You really aren't missing much. But yeah. But honestly, spoiler, Bambi dies. I cried when Mufasa died. Bro, I feel you there. Honestly, Mufasa dying was a hardcore moment in like animated movie history. It was a hardcore moment. I've got to give you guys that. Die Hard, yes, thank you. Oh, the original Terminators, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. After that, they're optional. But Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are like, you have to have seen those movies. Groundhog Day, another Indiana Jones. Thank you, Champ Dancer. I knew I was missing one of the classics. Now, this being said, my wife has never watched Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 and any Indiana Jones movies. And I've been trying for the past 12 years to get her to watch these movies, and she does not want to. And it actually rocks me to my core sometimes that she doesn't want to watch these. By the way, she's a French speaker, so I'm the one that introduced her to a lot of English movie franchises, okay? Which is why she hasn't seen a lot of these. However, I've gotten her to see a lot of classic movies that she actually wound up loving. But she watched the first Back to the Future. She was like iffy on it. And I told her, no, you got to watch part 2 and 3. Like, you've got to have the whole experience. But once again, part 3 is the weakest one in my opinion. But part 1 and 2 are must-haves. But part 3 is weaker, but it's still amazing. So you've got to do it. Trivia, in Terminator 1, a Terminator runs on 11 teraflops, which is what a PS5 runs on. That is freaking amazing. And that shows you how powerful the Terminator was. Because back in the 80s, 11 teraflops was probably like no one could even imagine that one day something could run on that. Dude, like back then I had what, like no, that was the 90s. I had a 486. Anyway, let's get back to the game. I'm going way off track here. Actually, Mom said she might let us cross the creek today and check under the bushes for mushrooms. What did I tell you? I live for the hunt. We're gonna get into the game, okay? I'm gonna focus a bit. Let's get into the game, see how the game actually is, then we'll chat some more, because or else I'm gonna go off on a tangent tonight, and we are never gonna get this game done. Sorry, guys. I'm hope none of you are getting frustrated. Don't worry. We're gonna play the game. I'm just like I said. I'm in a uber chill mood tonight. Well, we won't find any garbage or shroomies in here. Let's go already. You're on his side now? It's morning. We're up. Let's do stuff. They warned me. Betrayal never comes from your enemies. Of course not. Betrayal is always from your friends. So we have to go get some mushrooms, right? Hang kids. Over here. So this is like an action adventure management, right? Oh, there's a little bit of... you can see there's a little bit of loading there. I wouldn't call it a drop, but there was like it did freeze for a half second there. Hey Ma, morning kids. Morning Miss M. Of course this is a management game. So honestly, just want to mention to you, like I'm gonna talk like by the way, I have something planned where we're actually gonna do like mini reviews. I'm gonna do I already wrote 50% of it, so it's really gonna come. But I'm gonna do a sort of how can I say a video where I'm gonna review like 5 games in one video, and one of them is going to be 2 Point Campus. And to me, management games, like I'm gonna mention that the game does like freeze for a half second at some points and stuff like that. But at the same time, for me, a management game that does that, as long as it doesn't last like incredible amounts of time, it's not an issue. You know what I mean? Like it's an issue because on other consoles it doesn't happen. But at the same time, you're not really missing out because you have to wait a half a second for like a room to load in 2 Point Campus. Rick be like, gather round, children. Let me tell you a story about movies in the 80s and 90s. Back in my day, we used to walk 5 miles to school. And the snow was up to your neck. I'm just sorry. COVID, Rick. Yeah, exactly. Transmorphers. That sounds amazing, Juan. If you can get a copy of the movie, I would like to see it. What's up, nerds? Hey, Bear. Welcome to the stream. We're chilling tonight. Today's a very special day. I need you to go on the hunt. All right, point me to the hole. To Black Moss. What? 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 I know I said no going past the fence, but you've all been so good, and I need your help. The bush around the tombstone is getting a little thick and the flowers aren't in bloom anymore. Me too. You too, you walked 5 miles to school. That's a good thing. Leave the stinking place. I mean, adventure. Adventure? Anyway, Hank, you're in charge of this operation. Here, this is what I'm looking for. In fact, take the whole notebook so you don't forget. So we got a notebook, okay? Don't lose it again, I won't. He will. He will. Alright, you 3. And remember you're getting that bundle and straight back. Not 1 foot... My god, not 1 foot further than the swamp. Yes, Ma. Okay, so we've got a collectible. Okay. It says L and R for the tutorial, but it's not actually moving. That's zoom in and zoom out. How do I actually get into the tutorial? Aha. There we are. Okay. You just got the notebook, which is a collectible item. Collectibles are special items you unlock for your character that gives various perks. So you've got to press Y to go into the menus. And then you can move to the I button, the little I button, and that will access the tutorial screen. Character screen, okay. You can now access the quest log from the sub menu bar. Awesome. It shows you the current quest, allows you to track them and find objectives using around okay. Quest will lead you towards finishing main storyline games, but the game will be flagged. Sure, okay. Quest says will display over character. Orange means available, blue means in progress, green means ready. Okie doke. So it's pretty much WoW. That's pretty much how it works in WoW. Okay, so there we go. The basics, adventure mode, collectibles. So we're here. We can go to the character menu. We can grab here. We can go into the notebook. How did they say we go into the notebook? Me. Should have listened more, apparently. Ah, quests are here. Down to Black Moss. To your surprise, Margaret has asked you to travel southeast into Black Moss. So southeast. That away. Opposite for you guys, but for me it's that away. Black Moss should be a bush of alligator weed. Okay, doke. So let's go to Black Moss. Oh yeah, there's some frame rate issues, boys. Yeah. Like I said, as long as the adventuring is just like gathering stuff and it's not action based, we'll be good. Rickby. Nice. I wondered about this game. Foxy Kirby, yes. Glad to have you back. And welcome to the stream. And yes, honestly, me too. I was really looking forward to this one. I like bears. It's your game. Exactly. A jumping bear. You're here for the bear game. If you missed tonight, I would have been like, what the heck are you doing? Honestly, I find that Metro Redux for $250 is a super good deal. I put it as my deal of the week. And by the way, guys, I made that video Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and we got hit with a mega sale on Thursday. I'm still glad I got that video out, because or else we would have missed out on the games that were on sale that were, I don't want to say less stellar, but we've got a mega sale that hit yesterday. So don't worry, I'm already working on deal videos for regular eShop deals will be next, then the under $5. And I'm going to try to do them quick because we got so many amazing games and it's been a while that we haven't gotten as many games. I'll be trying to do that as fast as possible. Past Soothing Meadows, Quiet Streams of the Thicket. Okay, Margaret wouldn't know, but this was not exactly their first adventure. Annie the Karelian Dog. Brave, Will the Poor Will. Grumpy on the outside, but surprisingly, even more so on the inside. Okay. And Hank the Brown Bear. Cheerful and curious. And maybe a little concerned about the promise he made back home. No, Mom, I'm definitely not going to wander too far in an adventurous fashion. I promise. How much you want to bet we're going to go too far? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it has touches of horror. When it's an FPS game, though, and you're as equipped as you are in that game, I guess like there are moments where you have to like find ammo and stuff, but itchy fur means more friends to hang out with. Okay, so that's water. We can't walk in there. Oh, is this what we were looking for? Tire screech. I didn't know tire was written with a Y. I thought it was written with an I. What in the what? I heard it too. We'd better go. But we haven't found the thing for your mom yet. I'm with Hank. Let's see what that sound came from. That's not what I meant. We're going back. You know what? I bet it's a brand new garbage truck. Don't care. Mom said straight back. Let's go. She also said to get some gator weed. We haven't found any yet. Maybe there's some in the truck. No, come back. So your friends go off. We're gonna have to go after them. There seems to be something here. That's one big rock. Okay. Stuck on that dialogue box. So you gotta hit B to exit the dialog box. That's a little weird. To Timber Crossing. Okay. No, I have not played Minoria yet, Sang Zappa. Okay, I can check what it is because I'm actually like tires, like a tire on a car has been spelled with a Y. Possibly. Okay, I'll believe you. I just always because Canadian Tires with an I. So we have a store here called Canadian Tire that is literally Canadian Tire, like tires, and it's with an I. Woodpile, sure. Oh, crafting table, interesting. A luxurious outhouse. Okay. Investigate the loud noise. Because it doesn't really tell us where... Oh, there, we have a map at the top with a tracker. Okay, the little arrow. You can see it. Itchy fur means more friends to hang out with. Finn. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Grab our opportunity by the throat and show it who's boss. The strange shark had a shiny, bouncy exterior and wore cool sunglasses. A little grey speaker box was strapped to his neck, blurting out some nonsense. It reminded Hank of Will's TV. Next to it, a little car had a big advert for something called Pawn Voyage. Nothing weird about it at all. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Grab our opportunity by the throat and show it who's boss. Yeah, we just went through this. Hello, be part of the next exciting experience. An enticing escape, electrifying enterprise. Is someone in there? You there, fine gentleman in the orange coat. I'm pretty gentle. How would you like to own the next minor share in the next major maneuver? Well, I'm not into anything major, but I do like sharing. And I must reiterate, the share is very minor. What do we get to share again? Very, very minor. How exactly are you talking? Pawn Voyage is a multinational, multi-layered, multi-your-friend corporation. So we're basically buying a timeshare or something like that, I guess. By the weird dude here. What the? Offering secure tourist adjacent goods and services in exchange for valuable personal collateral. You lost me. Don't think he ever had me to begin with. Just bring in your old useless... I love the dialogue. The dialogue is like quick and witty. Priceless family, jewelry, or expensive heirlooms of choice, and we'll give you a 1 to 3 day all-inclusive voucher for the vacation of a lifetime. Sorry, buddy, but I don't have anything expensive or a heirloom. Ha ha ha. Pawn Voyage is also on the lookout for brand new ventures and locations. Why does he keep saying it like that? For its millions of customers all around the valley. We will take any location or premise, no matter how rundown or decrepit, to offer our very human patrons the holidays they deserve. Wait, for humans? To live? Here? I don't think anyone wants to live here. They're just tourists. I've seen this before. The humans wander around where Shark Boy tells them. Then they stare at the trees and try to forget whatever they're running from. I read it in a magazine. Humans are whack. If you or a friend of a friend would like to offer your home or house to become a Pawn Voyage premium premise by restoring, repairing, redecorating, and bringing it up to a minimum standard, which frankly no one enforces, and drastically, in parentheses, barely, alter your monthly income, simply press the green button under my gullet and the representative will get in touch. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what he just said. I heard that shark right. I'm pretty sure it wants to give us money. Human grade, primo quality, shiny money. All I heard was that humans are coming back. Well, the money has to get here somehow. Humans? I've barely seen one in months. And that's more than enough. Hello, don't you see what this means? With your oddly alarming strength, my foolproof understanding of all things, and spoil sport's cheerful attitude, I am cheerful? I just don't care for him, that's all. We stand to make a boatload of cash. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what you just said. So, this is just like the real bear. He doesn't catch on too quick. I'm joking. Human back, money, give, good. I'm gonna be honest, it's anything other than good. Look, just go tell the shark we're in. We'll just use any broken down shed, they're all abandoned anyway. Press the green button. Congratulations, you've been automatically entered into a standard legally binding agreement by using your fingerprint identification data from the local police department. Welcome to the family. Error unknown pattern. Name suits you. You are now contractually obligated to provide your premium property details within the next 3 business days. Simply press the green button under my gullet when the premises are ready to accept our first guest. Alright, who knows anything about human houses? Well, I used to look at the pictures of the houses in the magazines we found. Could the humans maybe just live under a bus? No, I don't think that cuts it. They're fragile and get scared easy. Sounds familiar. I think I know a thing or two about making a place cozy, and I do not get scared that easily. Yeah, but I think we need to help too. We should go find Tony. I really don't think we should bother him. He won't mind. Besides, I think he'll enjoy the company. Let me just fill a follow-up here. I'm going to just see, because I'm tempted for Neon White. Adventure game, 60 FPS on Wish, fast-paced action shooter. Yeah, Neon White was very well received. I honestly haven't had time to play it yet, but it looks amazing. Basically, Heaven Unleashed Demons for Defense video was hard. Okay, it was on Nintendo Switch Direct in the spring. Yeah, so basically, I agree with Champ. I most likely am going to be trying it out over the next week. I'm probably going to pick it up on this sale. I think it's on my wish list, but I have to wait for a hefty sale. It was very well received. Slow Bear, I remember. Okay, perfect. We're up to date. But yeah, I agree. Neon White apparently is one of the potential like Nintendo Switch games of the year. Like depending on what you're looking for, depending on what you like, it's one of probably the best games that came out this year. I doubt he ever left Sawdust. Go see if you sniff him out and tell him we need his master woodworking skills. That'll get him going. Okay, so now we have to... We're in adventure mode. Oh, hold on. Why? Go back here. Within adventure mode menu, you have 2 additional options. If you're not a fan of the dark, after midnight, you can sleep until the following morning. This also advances time. If you like to go see inside of most buildings, you can lower the roof and walls. Okay. Not sure I get that, but sure. Go to Sawdust through Timber Crossing. So we are going this way. At least there's the arrow telling you where to go, because the quests are pretty cryptic if there wasn't like an arrow telling you where to go. But I don't have an issue with that. I just want to get to the sort of management part. So far, we're just like wandering around. I don't mind the dark since we have the arrow telling us where to go. Oh, here we are. Something over here. Okay, it's weird. You can't repress A. That's the thing. Tony! By God, a bear! It's just me, sir. Hang from the thicket. Oh, goodness, you can talk. I'm just lanking your tail, boy. How's your mother? She's great. Listen, I want to ask you if you could help us. We've got, help? Why didn't you say so? What do you need? A stack of birch? Well, actually, my friend and I were wondering... An oak spoon? Oh, I think Margaret would love that. Has anyone taught you how to saw yet? No, there's this shark in Timber Crossing. Oh, A redwood plaque for your fish? He says he's bringing humans to the valley. Oh, well, we haven't seen those in a while, have we? What could I possibly have to do with that? How much do you know about building things? For humans, I mean. Well, as you know, of course, everything people make is perfect. Yeah, sure. When I took over the mill here, I found all these papers and schematics. It felt like stumbling upon artifacts. Never thought wood could take so many shapes. Look here. Elaborate contours, knotty frames, perfect angles. Clearly only an incredible being could come up with all of this. Whoa, can you make all that? Oh, anyone can. It's simple, once you figure out how to read these things. Would you? Would you like me to teach you? Yes, I was hoping you could help us fix up this old shack in Timber Crossing. How wonderful. We'll need my back, saw, and mallet, a ladder, oh, a couple of stacks of pine. Okay. Fetch those for me, will you? They're all yellow. Okay, so let's just see here. Let's go back here. You can interact with material in the world to loot their contents. Okay, sure. Pressing A when in the container screen to take everything inside quickly. Okay, sure. You can also split stacks for multiple items. Okay. Scavenging is one of the main ways for you to obtain materials. Certain materials will respawn periodically in expected locations. Great. Wood will be found near trees, stone and marble near rocks, junk around in the garbage dump, and so on. Yeah, okay. Store any extra materials in the stash near the pawn Voyage car in each area. Okay, so get 5 planks. I think we already have some planks. Let me just see something here. So we already have plywood planks. We already have 4, so we only need 1 theoretically. So let's go near trees, they said. Oh, that looks like some up here. There we go. Let's go back. So did you find all the wood? Yep, got it right here. Grand, perfect. You're doing such a great job. Thanks, I just picked it off the ground. Amazing. Now I'm headed to Timber Crossing. I'll see you there. So I'm imagining we're going to be doing some fetch quests and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw the free demo earlier. When I was getting the stream ready, I saw the free demo, Champ Dancer, and I am interested as well. And, you know, that would have probably been an option had I known that would be available today. Oh, Space Invaders Collection Edition. Did you get the Invincible Collection? I wanna get that collection. I wanna get the physical of that collection. I love Space Invaders. Like, I love those classic retro arcade games. I meet Tony back in Timber Crossing. Okay, where's Tony? There he is. Yes, all of this is wonderful. And we're going to use this old shed. Have you seen a human claim it in years? Oh yes, this will do nicely. Oh look who decided to finally show up. As I was telling your friend here, the wood you brought us ought to be enough. I'll get started on this. First you'll have to clean up this shed of all the garbage. I think I can do that. So awesome. Let's clean up all the garbage. There we go. Did you clean up the shed? Definitely. Great, now we'll have to use this old workbench. The what? Well, you can hammer a nail in thin air. You need someplace to make it work. The table next to the tree hank. Grab some wood and put it back together while I tidy up the place. So we're gonna rebuild the workbench. There we go. Nice. Honestly, now we're getting into things. Now we're getting into things, starting to move forward. Who Not Me. Thank you for your continued great content, man, and glad you're doing better. It was too long. I know. And honestly, the channel suffered. That's one thing I wish YouTube would adjust. Like, I wish that you could put like an away mode for a certain number of days on YouTube where it doesn't affect your stats. Because by the way, if you don't know, YouTube is super like fragile to breaking your habits. So if you're normally putting out 2 to 3 videos a week and all of a sudden you don't put out videos for 2 weeks, when you finally do put out another video, YouTube always like doesn't suggest it as much as your normal videos because they're like, something's wrong. Normally this guy gets X amount of views a week, but last week he got almost no views. So maybe he's not doing very good. So the video yesterday is doing fine, but it's just not doing as good as a normal deals video would be doing. And that's, I hate. I wish YouTube would have like a thing where you could like check off and say, I'll be on vacation or I'm sick, and have a certain number of days. I understand that you would not be able to do it for like 6 months, but like, I don't understand that you don't have like an away mode where you can tell YouTube, don't look at my stats for the last 7 days, like once or twice a year. Just so that creators could have like a mental break where you can step away for your channel for like a week and not worry that when you get back, like your views are going to be garbage for like a week or 2. It only takes like a week or 2 to get back, but it's always like that. But yeah. You said just the one from GameStop, 39 USD, but it has an art book, music CD, pins, keys, change, posters. Is it the one with all of the games in it? Because there are 2 versions of the Space Invaders collection. There's one that has like, yeah, there's one that has like 6 or 7 versions of Space Invaders, and the other one has like 13. That's what I'm wondering. And it's, you have Space Invaders, you have like the Invincible collection. I'm trying to remember what the other one was called. But it was, they're still great. Like, you don't get me wrong, champ. It's awesome to have any one of them. It's just that there's one that has multiple versions, and there's one version of Space Invaders that's like in the bigger collection that is actually pretty awesome. It's a more modern version of it. But yeah, okay. Let's get back into this. Repairable objects. Okay, let's go look what they say about repairable objects. Workbench will allow you to build and craft. Monuments will improve the status of the area and attract more guests. Okay. Passages will be cleared and bridges will be repaired to allow access. Okay, so we have to basically repair garbage around here to basically expand our areas and stuff. Did you get that workbench fixed? Like brand spanking new. It's good enough. Thanks. Excuse me. He's gonna like fix up our cabin. So I guess we're gonna just start with this little cabin here, and we're gonna have to like get other cabins, and we're gonna be building like bed and breakfasts and stuff. That'll be awesome. You have plenty of time to get better. Now humans got over the cold stone floors and itchy hay a while ago. They would much rather sleep on a clean, soft, springy surface. Here, this is none of those things, but it'll do. Visit the shop to find new items available. You've unlocked a new crafting recipe, shabby pallet bed recipe. Go make one at the workbench. Okay, sure. Okay, hold on. Let's go into this. Once repaired, the workbench is used to craft and place objects as well as build rooms. To craft functional furniture, use the workbench and enter the crafting menu. Okay. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. I wanted to read the rest of that. Crafting items. Okay. Crafting menu. Functional objects are specific to room types and are crafted from materials. Sorry about that, guys. Hit the camera there by mistake. crafted from materials. Beds give comfort and belong in bedrooms. Toilets give hygiene and belong in bathrooms, etc. Okay. Once you're done, exit build mode by using the exit button. Okay. Learn new blueprints from quests or by buying them and interacting with them to learn the recipes. Buy more blueprints at the Pawn Voyage shop as they become available. Okie doke. Okay, so let's figure this thing out. Get here to the menu. We want to craft. We want a bed. We have a cotton sheet. We're good, and we have planks. Yes, but I do want to craft it. How do I craft it? Oh, X button. There we go. We do have it. There we go. Minimum size 2x3. Okay, we've got it. Now how do I get out? No. The menuing's a little weird. Like, I just want to do it. There we go. Okay. Inventory. How do I place something? I wish they would do a better job of explaining to you how to place the bed. Hold on. Well, you're able to make that bed. Yep. Got it right here. I should have talked to him first. I'm trying to go ahead of the tutorial, and that's what's giving us the problems here. I didn't think it could look worse than the schematics, but here we are. Oh, I mean, excellent. You're doing so well. Better than mine back home. That's just sad. We'll hurry along and put it to good use. Make a bedroom and put the bed in it. Okay, so I did. Now let's go look. Building rooms. Use the workbench to build and edit rooms within the cabin, so we did that. Access build mode, pick a room type from the list. Some resorts only support a limited number of room types. Forever Edition. Yeah, but it's still great, champ. Don't worry about that. That's the title of the box. It's only 3 games. It's the arcade version. Wild One, I'm sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we've been talking more, and we're going through the tutorial of the game, so you haven't missed much. You're gonna get most of it. Oh my god, champ, I'm so sorry to hear that. I just got to that part. Your friend passed away from a brain aneurysm. That is rough, man, because those hit like bang. That really sucks, my man. I lost someone too last year, and it was pretty rough because, honestly, if it wasn't for COVID and the crappy state of hospitals, I'm pretty sure he would have pulled through. He got throat cancer, and they passed away. It's a family member. They passed away because basically the doctors took so long to react that by the time they got to it, it was like too late. Freaking garbage. But yeah, man, that is super sad to hear, man. It's always sad to hear. I'm sorry about that, my man. Sorry, let's get. I'm gonna get back to the tutorial, but yeah, you have my condolences, my man. Draw the footprint of the room until you reach the size. Okay, you can add or remove tiles using the plus and minus buttons. Okay, every room requires a door. Okay. Rooms will also require minor to function. Okay. While in build mode, grab furniture from your inventory and place it in your cabin. We have to be, you can rotate piece of furniture, okay. Build mode by second, okay. So it wasn't build mode that I would have had to put the bed in there. How do I get to the bed? There we go. There we go. We got it. Okay, so when you're in build mode, you've gotta like gotta have, okay, I didn't pay, you see, we went ahead of the tutorial and that's what caused the issues. Basically, what you have to do is you really have to have all the items that are required. Honestly, it's a lot like 2 Point Campus. It's the same idea. It uses the same menuing system. The only thing it's a little less convenient the way they did it here. Like, you have to really hit Y to move between the different parts of the menu. So I do think menuing at the beginning, if you do pick this up, is going to be a slight issue. You're going to have to get used to it at first. But once you will, it's gonna get better. Yeah, who not me? I'm with you on that, my man. I'm glad we have a community where we can at least be there slightly for each other. Of course, you know, we're more of like a gaming community, but at the same time, it's not only about gaming. It's about talking about stuff that's important sometimes and whatnot. Brilliant. I'm almost prefer it to the dead tree I used to sleep in. You encourage weird. All right, now this is the most important step. Humans always need to feed their false sense of superiority. You make them feel welcome by putting down a little table at the front of the house that tells them where to go. Front desk. Just put it down in the shed and then it's time to rake in the dough. Okay, so we've got to go build a front desk. Like, I'm not sure where to put it. It's like the size of this building's a little weird. We don't put it outside, we have to put it inside. Can I rotate? Yeah, X is rotate. I can't tell which way is the front of the desk. Like, I want it to visually make sense. We're gonna put it like that. It's maybe not visually the best thing right now, but we will see. I'm sure there's a way to move stuff around after. Yep, it's in there. That looks good. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a natural, Hank. Such a fast learner. It's not that great. It took me forever and there's barely anything in there. And are they even gonna like it? You sure know how to take a compliment. Sorry, thank you. Sorry. Go talk to Sharky Boy, tell him we've got his joint ready. Nice. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Grab opportunity by their throat, choose who's boss. Press the green button. Listed on the network. Time has come to unleash something both intriguing and unfortunate on Silver Valley. People. These dewy, mostly hairless creatures were a controversial topic in the neighborhood. Some thought they were godly beings, forging the world with their magic and machines. Mostly because they left behind food and other stuff that animals liked. Others would throw a fit of rage, calling them unqualified harbingers of doom. A bit dramatic if you ask me, Hank. If you ask Hank. All he knew for sure was that his mom always said, keep your distance. So much for that. Congratulations, your premium property is now listed on the network. You can now start earning hardly life-changing income. Simply accept your first guest through your front desk and give them the experience of a lifetime. Okay, so we have to go to our front desk. These tutorials up in the corner, man, there must have been a better way to do this. The resort overview panel will show you all the active resorts you've discovered. Okay. Each resort will display its available bedrooms, guest requests, and reviews. Okay, bedrooms will you build will be listed with their current vacancy status. So yeah, we will be building multiple locations, which is cool. I like that idea. You know, rather than I was worried that we're gonna spend like the whole time in like one bed and breakfast, but you can tell you're gonna have multiple resorts. You're gonna have multiple things, which is pretty chill. Each guest will have demands on their room. Okay. Use the accept button to accept a guest request. Assign the guest to a bedroom for their stay. Try to match the bedroom scores to the guest demands for better reviews and payouts. You can get more guest requests per day in an area by repairing monuments. While you are off on adventure in another location, your resorts will still run. We're still going to be adventuring. Chill. Okay, so let's go to our front desk. Let's see if we can get someone in here. Can I not use the front desk? Did I place it wrong? There we go. Dinky shed. Oh, they're there. The guest requests are here. So we accepted that. It's a little weird how it's done because I'm not sure what the guest request was. Okay, I'm going to try and read that a little better next time because apparently they might have requests. Of course, champ, no problem, man. Let us know when you're back. I got a human on the way. Congratulations, you are now on your way to financial independence. In actuality, you are much closer to financial ruin. You have a head start, and that probably means something. In any case, make sure you keep up with the guest demands as they tend to become pickier and pickier. Sadly, an issue that technology hasn't been able to solve yet. Okay, so he has another request for us. Level of your property aren't up to our low standards. It's ugly, but it looks like my room. In order to attract more lucrative guests, just make your property more appealing by adding non-essential ornamental furniture and knickknacks. Guests go crazy for knickknacks. Okay, so let's go read about prestige. Like, there's a lot of tutorial at the beginning. Prestige is the sum of all decoration scores across a resort. Your resort's prestige score can be found in the resort overview panel. Where's the resort overview panel? Okay. Your resort increase prestige by increasing the amount of decorations in your cabin. Most objects have a decoration score, either positive or negative. Okay. I'm not sure where the overview option is that they're talking about. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a awesome spammer. Great stuff. There we go. Thank you very much. You can leave now. Oh my god. Okay. So, get the Dinky Shed Prestige Level 2. I want to see where my Prestige menu is. They said there's a Prestige menu. Our inventory, no, it's not there. Our character, no, it's not there. Quests, it is not there. Options, show walls. Let's see if we can repair this. We need a logger's tool. Okay, so we can't repair that yet. We've got some stuff here. Let's grab the planks. Okay. Hold on. I want to reread that tutorial. I'm back here. Where's the prestige? Okay, prestige is the sum of all decorations across your resort. Your resort prestige score can find the resort overview panel. Where is the freaking resort overview panel? Okay, I understand that we have to decorate. I just want to sort of know what it is. Okay, this we can't repair either. So obviously we're going to have to go look for blueprints. We have money? Yeah, we do. Shabby wooden bed recipe. Wooden footrest recipe. So we do have a wooden footrest. We could buy this, right? Okay, so we actually have to drag it to our inventory. That's a little weird. Like I said, the menuing would need a little work. It's a little weird. You have to like click on the item that when you want to buy it, and you have to drag it over to your inventory to say you want to buy it. Let's see what this says here. It's missing a picnic basket. Okay, sure. This may be in our front desk. Ah, this is it. Okay, it's in the front desk. We can see... This is where we can see the prestige. So we have level 1, 2 of 15. We have... Let's see here. Details. Comfort available 5. Guest expects 2. Satisfaction 250%. Decorations available 2. Guest expects 3. Unseemly. Room is not decorated enough. Okay, so let's go build ourselves that footrest. See if we can fix that. How do I use the recipe? Hold on. We don't have the recipe yet. We have the recipe, but it's not... So you have to press X on the recipe to learn it. Like I said, the game so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. They just made some of the menuing very, very odd for this type of game, and it's requiring multiple steps when it shouldn't. So I'm like... There we go. Put in a wooden footrest. I just want to see if that actually improved anything. Yeah, we got prestige 4 of 15. So we still got to put a bunch of other garbage in here. I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to put other stuff in since we can only build like 2 or 3 items. I wouldn't say bloated, and don't forget, guys, we're only going to get about 2 hours in. Let's be honest, sim games, the tutorial part generally takes an hour or two. So we're probably just going to scratch the surface of the game. So I don't want to judge it too harshly. But like I said, there is going to probably be nonetheless... You know, it's going to remain that I wish they would have made the menuing a little more straightforward, a little bit easier. But we're going to wait. I want to wait first because maybe I can build just another room and put another bed in there. What if I do that? Let's try that. Last time it let me create the room. This time it's not. So we're gonna quit because I forgot to build a bed first. We need a bed. So craft, let's build another bed. There we go, we had enough. Let's build another footrest. Oh wait, there's decorative. Okay, we just don't have any decorative items. There's categories up there, but we just don't have any yet. Now let's get to building the room. The only thing is that it says it costs 60, but I don't have enough money for that. So I want to see what happens when I try to... see, that's why we couldn't build it. I don't have enough money. We need more money. Okay. That is done. Okay, let's get out of this. Absolutely, I want to quit that. So the solution is not building another room right away because we have no freaking money. How the heck do we get the dinky shed to prestige level 2 then? Let's go look around here, see if we can find some stuff. Aha. We have a bunch of stuff we can find over here. What's this here? Oh, there's a little cat here. Okay. Whoa there, big fella. Where did you come from? I live here. Where did you come? All right, enough with the questions. What are you after? That sure sounds like a question. Trash, junk, muck. I'm looking for something humans like. Something that would make them feel more. Slop, scrap, rubble. No, I need something exquisite. That's where you're wrong, my colossal companion. I got what you need. You've stumbled upon the most handsome curator of crap this side of the valley. There isn't one thing these animals throw away that I can't flip back at them. Great, let me just have a look in that dumpster. Not so fast, bozo. How do I know I can trust you? My authoritative height. Be that as it may, we don't trade with just anyone off the street. My head would be in a gutter before noon, although I do spend a lot of time down there. But you gotta be approved before I can sell you anything. Tell you what, there's a bus depot across the road. I can smell the stinky tuna from here. Find me a snack, then we can talk. Okay, so we've got to find him a snack. So it's a nook, man, just like in whatchamacallit. I thought it was a raccoon, but it's actually a nook. No, it's a... Oh, no, it is a raccoon. It's for took. I thought it said find a sandwich for the Nook. I like the Nintendo Direct. And I know we're going to talk about that. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. I just want to try and get the game going a bit because I want to give it its due time. And so I'm going to try and push a little bit so that we can see the game. But I personally did like the Nintendo Direct, and I'll explain why. I know a lot of people were disappointed, and I'll give you my opinion. Obviously, it's an opinion. What that means is that if you didn't like the Nintendo Direct, you didn't like it. That's perfectly fine. And honestly, it's one of the most decisive Nintendo Directs I've seen. Because just the vote on the channel is so spread out, it's crazy. Like, there are bigger categories, but nonetheless, if you look at how many people liked it, like if you look at the top like 3 scores versus the bottom scores, it's almost 50-50. It's insane how many people are divisive about this Nintendo Direct. And the upcoming holidays. Tom's Nook's brother, cousin, college roommate. Yeah, exactly. But seriously, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. I'm going to explain why I think it's actually was pretty decent, because a lot of the crap they're getting for the Nintendo Direct isn't really Nintendo's fault. But we'll talk about that in a while, like in a few minutes. I just want to, like I said, I'd like to get into the real meat of the game. Like, you can tell we're still in like very much the tutorial section. Ugh, I didn't see what we got. Hold on. Let's go look. Tutorial. Took's Dumpster is your one-stop shop for decorative objects. Took accepts valuables as currency. The world is littered with them, literally. Guests also leave behind garbage you can collect and use to buy decorative objects from Took. Great. So we got to collect decorative items. I'm going to stop reading because it's taking a lot of time, guys. We're just going to get through the stuff. And basically, I'm going to try and push a little forward a bit. Suikoden 1 and 2. Suikoden is very underrated. Like, for a lot of people, I think, might not know about Suikoden in the younger generation. And those are some amazing games. But it was very RPG heavy. So if you have no interest in RPGs, you might have felt a little bit like undervalued in the Nintendo Direct. I can get that. Talk to Tony about a little travel kiosk. Repairing the kiosk. Which one was Tony already? Tony was the beaver. We will talk to Tony. I just want to see what we got, because we did get something. Ah, wooden footrest. We got a... No, that I built that, right? Hello again, my child. I mean, my favorite apprentice. Don't worry, he's been calling me that all day. You get used to it. Oh, hello. Look, I have it on very good authority that the kiosk up there is our next best shot at getting more humans to come. Oh, do you? Do you? What an authority? What authority is that exactly? Kiosk, Kimber Crossing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. As you can see, I'm getting a tiny little bit impatient because I hate reading on stream. I don't mind doing it like a little bit when we have a little bit of dialogue, but there is a ton here. Clear to bring in a little travel kiosk. We already did. I cleared it without knowing it. That's that little building that I grabbed all the stuff out of. Get a book on spelling from the thicket and get an old computer from Sawdust. So we've got some stuff to collect here. Okie doke. Hello there, bud. Aren't you a good looking one? Haven't seen the likes of you in buses. Come on, come on. Like, right now, we're, like, doing a bunch of fetch quests. Which is fine, but it's a bunch of fetch quests. So we got the pen. Now we need to get an old computer from Sawdust. Give Beanie the envelope from Oliver. I don't know who Beanie is, but doesn't really matter. We're just going to follow the arrows and we'll get there. Is this Beanie? No, this is Took. How do we choose what quest we're tracking? Hold on. No, we want to track it. Okay. We need to get an old computer from Sawdust. And we need to get a spelling book from the ticket. I wish I knew all the freaking names to the characters, because right now that it's a tiny bit frustrating. But we've got some garbage. Oh, we can buy a lot of stuff here. Okay, let's grab this. Let's grab this. We can grab a lot of stuff here. We can maybe get our level 2 before all of this stuff. We have a lot of garbage. Like I said, I just wish when you bought something, if you just clicked on it, you'd buy it. Not that I did not have to drag it over. Okay, let's grab this. Let's go place this stuff and we'll come back. I'm gonna see here. Tony the Tiger. Yeah, I was gonna get Tales of Symphonia remastered, but 30 FPS confirmed. GameCube drums at 60. Yeah, but I'd wait to see what it looks like, because, like, I understand 60 is better, and I agree, 60 is better, but I'm not the kind of gamer that, like, dies if it isn't 60. If it's 30 and it plays well, I don't mind, but you're right that what sucks, though, is that on the GameCube it was 60. That you are right about that, I'll give you it, but to me, if it plays good nonetheless, I don't mind. It's a little... I'm still a little bit annoyed at how the menuing works. Put the carpet down. A welcome mat. and put it outside. Put it in front of the door to the room. Thank you. Janky floor mirror. This here. Look at himself in the mirror. And we have the lamp too. I wonder if the lamp I can put it on a desk. No, I can't. I see, that sucks. We can't put like, oh yeah, we can put it on the desk here. Nice. Okay, so let's see if our shed is level 2 now, or how close we are. Ooh, we're pretty close. We're 12 of 15. You played it on PS3 and it hasn't aged as well as you'd hoped. That happens sometimes to some games. And personally, I'm going to say that action RPGs are more subject to that than turn-based RPGs, simply because of the action perspective. I find there's been more evolution in the action RPG genre than in the turn-based genre. Not in the fact that the turn-based is bad, it's just that turn-based will always remain turn-based. And there are some... You don't need to be as revolutionary on stuff in turn-based RPGs. Action RPGs, there's been so much improvement over the last, like, 10 years that it really it really hurts the older games that try to do an action RPG genre. That being said, there are classics like Chrono Trigger that still hold up and whatnot, but there are other ones that don't hold up as well. So we still need a few items. So we don't have enough. So honestly, this feels like a cross between like Animal Crossing. It actually feels a little bit like Stardew Valley. Let's be honest. To me, it feels a little bit like Stardew Valley. You've got fetch quests, you've got people you got to talk to, and you've got like, you know, it's gonna be. To me, that's what it feels like. It feels like a version of Stardew Valley, however, with, let's say, more witty dialogue that is more about humor and the ridiculousness of some animals running a bed and breakfast. Okay, so this should be enough to get us to level 2. We're going to put that in there. We're going to get one quest down. And then hopefully we're going to be able to follow one of the quest paths to get that done. There. Like I said, the button, I'm starting to get a little bit more of a hang of it, but the button choices are a little off. I'm gonna maintain they could have made a better flowing system. I'm gonna put the cupboard here because like the room's getting a little crazy. I'm still making mistakes, but it's getting better. The plant we can put. Can we put the plant on the desk? Yeah, we can. There. And yes, we've got it. We've got our level 2. So we can go talk to the shark. Property pursues printable proof of a prominent plot. Green button looks like a little better now, I think. Congratulations, you've increased your new property's value by 0.25%. That's 278% more than our guests receive on their average trip. More prestige properties will earn better results, so keep up the work. Good stuff. Now, can I get another guest? Let's go see if we can get another guest in here. Oh yeah, we do have a ton of guest requests. So 4. So those are the items. They want 4. Let's get Madison West because I think we have 4, right? I don't think that's the level. I think that's the number of items. So let's do that. Let's get her in here. Get ourselves some money. Do we have some money? Yeah, we do. We have 156. Nice. We can pretty soon we can build another room. When we have another room, we can get 2 guests in at a time. We can get more money in here. Now let's look at the fetch quests. So give Beanie. Who the heck is Beanie, man? This is driving me nuts. Oliver, known as the bus driver to those less familiar with him, is looking for a delivery service to a nearby Beanie, the package. An old scratched envelope, it's the contents of postcard. To find out is to make your way to Sawdust and hand it over. But where is Sawdust? Complete the stay for at least one more guest in Timber Crossing. Okay. Where's Sawdust? Can we just walk to the edge of the screen? Pine Fall, so that's not where we want to go. We want Sawdust. Grab this. Over here. High Lake, not where we want to go. Oh, a little bit of freezing again. So, I mean, this is going to be a slow-paced... I said it when we started tonight. It's a slow-paced, relaxing game. It's like a Stardew Valley thing where you've got to do fetch quests, but you're not playing this because you want to finish this game in like a couple of hours. But it's starting to take shape. I can now see where we're going with this, and to A24. Okay, it's not where we want to go either. Sawdust. I'm so sure that I sped through the dialogue, and I'm probably paying for that. He doesn't give us any more info. And the worst is we need to get to Sawdust because we need it for the other item too. Now the thicket is where we came from, so I guess this is down here. Let's get that part out. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those games that we'd have to stream like 6 hours to like really have some fun. You know what I mean? Like this would be like a perfect like full day stream game where we take some breaks, we chat, we do that stuff. Now I'm trying to push it forward in like 2 hours, but we're gonna get where we get to. We're gonna enjoy what we can, and we need to get a book on spelling from the thicket. Where are we supposed to find a book on spelling? Because we're in the thicket, right? No, we're in Black Moss. The thicket is where we came from. So hold on. Let's go all the way back. Oops. I wanted to read the sign to make sure we were actually in the thicket. Yes, we are. There we go. I was really hoping, though, that we would get, like, a marker once we got into the map. Like, because we don't have the arrow anymore telling us where to go. And I was really hoping that once we would, like, get here, we would get the arrow again. Let's see if we talk to Mom. Okay, so I guess our book on spelling must be in our room, probably, or something like that. Let's see. Anything here? Oh, light, we can turn on, off. New. What's this here? You know, those are paintings on our wall that just seem like they're hanging in nothingness. I thought our house was bigger than this at the beginning. Didn't it have like multiple rooms? Oh yeah, there's one off here to the side. Oh, we got it. The book on spelling. So it really is like a fetch quest. So the arrow, we're not getting the arrows anymore. Exactly. Fetch quest 3 ways. It knows what type of game it's setting up to be. But honestly, fetch quests, if they're done in the right way, are not always a bad thing. I know a lot of people like moan and complain about fetch quests, but it's when a game has you do fetch quests just for doing fetch quests that it becomes annoying. I'm not ready to say that we're there yet because there obviously is more here. It's just setting it up. There we go. Now, how do we get to that other place, which is... So we figured one of the 2 items out. Now we have to get sawdust. Where... Is there a map? How do I get down there? You can see that the game freezes for like a half second from time to time. Exactly. I'm not sure this is for prolonging the game because I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a loop. You're going to have moments where you're going to have to fetch stuff and... Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a constant throughout the game, but it's not really to prolong the game time. It's probably just to really... get the exploration done. Oh, we can go here. Is this it? Oh my god. Okay, sawdust is here. Oh my god. That odd was where we met the beaver. God dang it. Like I've got to start paying attention to the names of the people and the places because this is hurting us right now. Now the arrow is here and it's showing us it's at the top. How do I get up there? It's like nighttime. I don't mind the nighttime, but it is a little bit dark. I mean, for me it's not that bad, but for you guys it must be a little sucky because visually you guys aren't getting like a lot out of this when it's at nighttime, but we have it. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're back. And actually, if you look at the map, you can see where there's actually resources. I just noticed on the map, you can sort of see where they are. Probably we're going to be able to build. You're probably right that we're going to be able to build lights later on. There we go. Okay. Definitely took a while, but there we go. Nice. So now we can talk to Took. Took can inaugurate the kiosk. It's ready, my friend. It was 38 across in the 1982 crossword semis. I found it in the dumpster the other day. That's gross. No, you're thinking of the other thing. Found that too. Anyway, you did good, kid. There'll be more stuff for you to buy at the dumpster now. Oh, and I'm putting in a good word with the big cheese. Sure. Oh, the beaver's coming over. Alright, Hank, my boy. I've done about all I can for this place. I think you've got a good start here, although there's quite a bit of work ahead of you still. Thanks, Tony. I'll be back in my mill if you ever need me. Oh, and say hello to your mother for me. I'll tell her to drop by sometime. Nice stuff. So we've got the beaver quest line out of the way. Okay. Unlocking shop contents. Let's go read that really quick. So completing quests and progressing through the story unlocks more items for the sale in shop. Blueprints and cooking recipes only need to be bought one time. Once learned, they will disappear from the shop. Okie doke. Can we actually buy recipes in here? No. These are just like a bunch of items. Okay. How much money do we have? We need about 200 to build another room. We only have 156. Trash. Okay. Wasn't Beanie in Sawdust too? God dang it. I think it was, right? I think we went, hold on. Yeah, he was in Sawdust. We should have found the guy for the envelope at the same time. Now we're gonna have to head back. Can I make waypoints on the map? I'm not too sure. We can zoom in on the map. We can zoom out. I don't see any options to actually enter the map itself to like add waypoints. What the heck? A sign we're missing here. Give Beanie the envelope from Oliver. See what I mean? We can see the... If you look at the map, we can see where the resources are, though. So we're going to forge a bunch of stuff here. Might as well. And we're going to start looking for Oliver. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm here to answer the questions, and those are very good questions. It actually helps quite a bit because... no, this is the beaver. Beaver's not named Beanie, he's named Tony. So we've got to find some dude named Beanie. Doo-doo-doo-doom. Take this here. Let's grab stuff here. Take this. I mean, we're resourcing up. We're gonna come back and we will be like ready to build like... I want to repair the bathroom. I want to repair one of the... Like they said, it's gonna increase our prestige if we repair like one of the monuments or whatever they call them. Okay, where's Beanie? I've been like almost all around the map now. Because where you can see where the zone ends, and I've been all around and I haven't found a Beanie. The only thing I can see is that bus stop. Okay, hold on. We're gonna reread this one again. Oh, okay. Oliver, also known as the bus driver to those less familiar with him, is looking for a delivery service to a nearby beanie. Okay. What is beanie? Is that an item? Like the only place I can see here is the beaver's house. What's this here? Okay, let's talk to the beaver. Wait, we haven't been to the top to the top right. Like the northeast. Oh, there's a tower. Haha, is this Beanie? Sabine. Okay, it is Beanie. Yay! Woo! Now we've obtained the compass. Nice. What does the compass do? We've obtained the compass, which unlocks the area map view. Oh. The area map can be accessed through the map button next to the mini-map. Okay. Nice. Shows all the important things in the vicinity. Is there anything we can steal here? Nope, there isn't. Can we go down the stairs this way? No, we cannot. Okay, doke. So let's see this. Return to Oliver in Timber Crossing. That's good. Let's see the local map. Player Hank. Okay, so you've got like. It shows you basically everything. You can see passage, area, exit. Doesn't show you where it goes though. Okay. It's okay. It gives you a quick overview of like the place, but there we go. Whew. Yeah, I want to. What we're gonna do is we're gonna. What time is it? It's 8:04. I'm gonna give this another 10 minutes. Then we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct, okay? Because we're gonna. I'm aiming at ending around 8:30, and I'm glad that my throat cleared up. Man, I was worried at the beginning I'd be like clearing my throat every 10 seconds, but the rum does miracles. But like at 8:15ish, we're gonna stop this, and I want to talk about the Nintendo Direct. I want to hear from all of you because we've talked about Suikoden, but I think there's a lot of other stuff we can talk about from the Nintendo Direct. And like I said, it's because every day I don't make a video, it's like less and less relevant to make a video. But I just felt like it was gonna be noise, and honestly, it annoyed me that I could not stream it, because I think that's the best way for us to like talk about it, is to stream it together and like chat about it like a half hour after. But that's the thing with Nintendo. They announced them so last minute, it's annoying, because I'll be honest with you, even if I wasn't sick, because I was sick that morning, there was no way I could stream it. Like, I can't call in sick at work and stream a Nintendo Direct. You know what I mean? It would make, like, no sense. But even if I wasn't sick, there's no way I could have asked my boss, like, hey, can I have tomorrow off so I can stream a Nintendo Direct? You know what I mean? Like, when we know about it like the week before, I can sort of do that. But when we know about it literally the day before, there's no way that can happen. And it just sucks that they do that last minute. Yeah. Like, it's okay for creators that, like, they're full-time YouTube, because you just, like, cancel everything and let's stream the direct. But for, like, a part-time creator like me, it like, sorry about there's no better term, but it screws me, you know what I mean? Because, like, I'm like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? And even if I wait till the end of the work day at like 5 o'clock and then I try to record a video, it's going to be out there by like 6 or 7. Like, I'll be like late to the party. Okay, we just went over the world view map. The area map panel. My cat wants to say hi. Topaz. Yes, I know. My kids just let her down and she's like going in. She's insane. Yeah, I know. It's fine. I mean, they do them and they don't make their schedule based on creators. I'm just, I'm just talking. I'm just explaining the reality that annoys me sometimes. Like, when we know about it like a few days ahead of time, and I've done it in the past, I've managed to like get a day off, get a half day off or whatnot. And if I've not, obviously if there's something important at work, I can't do that because it just doesn't work like that. But yeah, okay, so this is our world map. So now at least we've got a better idea of where everything is, and as we discover new areas, we're going to be able to more easily go from one to the other. Now, the only thing I hope is that once we unlock these buses, there's going to be like an auto travel system, because that would be awesome too, because walking from one place to the other, just a big waste of time right now. We have to repair the bus in Timber Crossing, which is probably exactly what we need to do. Now, what do we need to... We just have to repair one of the bus stops. That was this thing here. Oh, we can do it. Nice. Let's pick up the trash. And we do have fast travel unlocked now. Good stuff. So like I said, guys, don't judge this game for the moment by what we've seen, because we're just scratching the surface, man. I'm gonna put more time into this game, and I'm gonna try to talk about it. I'm probably gonna be doing this on a more regular basis, doing like a montage of multiple reviews together. But that's what I was talking about. I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna do like 5 mini reviews, about 3 to 4 minutes a game. But these are all games that you've probably heard about on other channels, but I still want to talk about it on ours so that you can get a quick point of view and a quick rating on these games. Because over the last month, man, we've had some amazing games come out, and I finished most of them. I finished, my God, the one where you make a cult. I have a blank now. Hold on. Over the last month, I've like pretty much finished a campaign on 2 Point Campus. I've finished Pac-Man World Repack, by the way. I finished Curse to Golf. And I finished... Where is it? Sort by last played. Where is it? Cult of the Lamb. There we go. Cult of the Lamb. So, like, and there's going to be another game that I'm going to pop in there that's a surprise that you guys... Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I want to put together a video where I'm going to do a review on each one of those. I'm going to give them a score and whatnot, because honestly, I missed out on these games. And if I start doing one review at a time for each of these, the problem is I'm going to miss out on all the games coming up for like the next 2 weeks. So I do think that it's going to be fun, and I'm going to do that from time to time, where I'm going to do like a montage video to talk about the bigger games that other channels have probably put reviews out on, And simply because I didn't get review codes, you know, I need time to play through them. So hopefully you guys are like it, but I want to let you know. I want you guys to let me know what you think about it when I do put that out. Yeah, I know. They assume you watch after the fact. You're right, Champ Dancer. Like I said, for them, it doesn't care because they know creators, they know there's enough full-time creators that no matter what, they're going to make videos on it because they like the free publicity that they get now on those things. Oh, Crisis Core, yes. I actually just sold my copy on PSP. So, yes, I'm looking forward to replaying Crisis Core. I had the original on PSP. I sold it a few months ago because, honestly, I'm probably never going to play PSP again for a long time. I kept my PSP, but I have most of the games. Like, I don't need the physical games anymore on PSP, if you read between the lines. You know what I mean? The PSP... So now we have to basically okay, so if I understand, we have to basically rebuild the bus station. Repair unlocks fast travel to and from that location. Bus posters can be found in Oliver's shop, among other oddities and progression items. So there we go. So when you repair a bus stop at each location, you'll be able to fast travel there. So we've got that done. Okay. We're going to end this here, guys. But I think you guys... Even though this is scratching the surface, I do think you've seen what the loop is all about. You've got to build your cabins. You've got to get people in there to make money. At the same time, you've got to do your quests to keep progressing throughout the game. And obviously, probably at one point, it's going to be more of a balance between the two. Because right now, we have one room, we have one person in there. It takes forever. But eventually, you're probably going to be running multiple locations, multiple people in there. You're going to have to do a lot of management in between your adventuring out on quests. Because like right now, I pretty much have all the time I need to walk around and do whatever I need to do. But that's because we're only running one room for the moment. Overall, I heard from other people who have gotten review copies of this. The game is pretty good. It just has a few technical flaws and the menuing system is not the best. But overall, if you're into management games, I really do think that this one's going to be offering a decent offering for about 20 bucks. It sells for about 20 bucks currently. But I just want to close that on this game so that we can talk about the direct, because we're already talking about it. But seriously, I just want to be clear that we've already, from what I've played, although it's been slow burn, slow in there, I do think this is going to be my type of game. So I'm going to put in a few more hours, make sure I'm going to enjoy it. If I do enjoy it, I'm going to try to play through it and come back with a more concise review on it. Is it going to be part of a compilation video in the future? Possibly. Is it going to get its own review? Possibly as well. But overall, I hope you nonetheless enjoyed looking at the game. It gives you a general view of how it plays out. The only thing is, we're still very locked into the tutorial section where we're figuring out how everything gels together. So we're not really getting the full effect of what it's like once probably we know how to do pretty much everything. And it's just about taking care of business. And that's where I find these management games really open up and you really start having fun, is when you've finally seen everything it has to offer and you get to really manage stuff. That's where it really gels together and you start having fun. So, yeah, we're going to switch over. Give me a sec. We're going to go to our other view. I'm going to pause this one. Oh, it killed the music. Not too bad. Okay. Nintendo Direct. First of all, I want to talk about my top moments of it. Suikoden, definite. Front Mission. A lot of people aren't talking about Front Mission, but I'm looking forward to replaying Front Mission. I'm a strategy guy. I like strategy gameplay. I like mech games. And currently I find that the best mech games are generally strategy games, because other than Mech Warrior that unfortunately won't run on a Nintendo Switch, it's very hard to do mech games properly without going too deep into the simulation thing. Mech Warrior, you go deep into the simulation thing, but you're playing on a PC generally or on Xbox or whatnot, and you've got something great. After that, new Fire Emblem. Very, very excited about a new Fire Emblem. Octopath 2. Exactly. Very, very good. Now, let's be honest here. So far, we're talking very RPG heavy. Very RPG heavy. Bayonetta 3. Great addition. The only thing is it's not new. We already knew about it. So that's why it's exciting. But, you know, obviously, it's not going to be top on the list of things for people because we've already known about Bayonetta 3 for quite a while. However, if you watched the 8-minute video that came after the direct from Bayonetta, we get to see a lot of the gameplay. And it's gotten me even more hyped for the game. Looking super forward to Bayonetta. And I'm looking forward to picking up finally my physical copy of the first game. Because we're getting a physical copy in the West of the first game, which I didn't have currently. The SD Gundam games, I'm looking forward to, but you can already play a lot of them if you imported games. But yeah, but you're right, they look good. Ciao, Scotty, man. See you, my friend. Yeah, sorry if it's been a little bit of a slower stream, eh, guys? It's like, that's the problem of doing like a sim game like this. Like I said, it takes a few hours to get into it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Like, it was fun chatting with all of you. I was happy. But yeah, I was happy to play this game nonetheless tonight, but I knew this is what's going to happen. This is like when we played like, what you might call it, the strategy RPG, Triangle Strategy. The game didn't even get going by the time the stream was up, which sucks a bit, but at the same time, you can see that the basics are there. But yeah, we're getting off topic. Now I'm going to give my opinion on a lot of the stuff that people were complaining about their direct. Number one, people were complaining about too many RPGs. Not much we can do about that. The developers are putting out RPGs. What you want to do about it? Fire Emblem is a main franchise now for Nintendo. You can't blame them for putting out a new Fire Emblem. It's been about 3 or 4 years since the last normal Fire Emblem, like 3 houses. We've gotten Warriors, not an RPG. It was time. So you can't really blame Nintendo. And on top of it, they just gave us Splatoon 3, which is not an RPG. Of course, this is coming off of the back of, what you may call it, a not Xenosaga. I always make the mistake. Xenoblade, is it Xenoblade? Xenoblade 3. So yes, it does feel like an RPG heavy year for Nintendo, but we're getting sparks of hope. It's not a first party Nintendo title, but it is a Mario title from Ubisoft. Once again, strategy RPG. I get that. Well, strategy, yeah, Xenoblade 3, yeah, thank you. Every time I want to say Xenoblade, I want to say Xenogears, because I played Xenogears on PS1, which I loved, by the way. Like, it was amazing. Where you had to input like the combo system while you're attacking was freaking amazing. Yeah, and farming sims. But then again, a lot of the farming sims weren't first party. So you can't blame Nintendo, because if developers are putting out farming sims, what are they supposed to show you? You know what I mean? Like it's exactly, the Switch lends itself well to RPGs. A lot of the big action games, unless they've been catered for the Switch, don't run well on the Switch. I'm sorry to say it, but yes, like you're not going to see God of War on the Switch. Okay? And it's funny that we finally got the Resident Evil games coming in a cloud format, because we actually talked about that a couple of weeks ago in the stream. Someone said, you think we're going to get Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7, 7, the one where where basically you start that whole saga. And I said it, the only way we would get them is by cloud format. I understand cloud format super disappointing. I'm not a huge fan of playing games on the cloud, because it depends on the internet connection, and sometimes the experience is a sort of crappy one depending on how good your internet is. But at the same time, it's the only way we're going to play them on the Switch currently. So, do you rather have nothing, or do you rather have them on cloud service? I'd rather have them on cloud service, because overall, it's better than not having them. And for someone that doesn't have the option to play on another system, they can experience them. Because, you know, we live in a world where probably a lot of you have multiple consoles, but not everyone does. So people that only have a Switch, they can play the Switch. Now, so as we can see, we went through a huge list. There's a lot of good stuff that came from the Direct. And I know I'm forgetting some, because I don't have a list in front of me. I would have to pull it up. Actually, let me do that. Let me go through the list of what Nintendo showed. See what we're forgetting. Sifu's coming in the cloud format as well. I think it's cloud. I'm pretty sure it's cloud. I'm not going to rewatch the trailer right now because that's going to take too long, but I'm pretty sure it was cloud. Okay, here we are. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Zelda, because we will obviously... It's just I'm keeping it for the end, because we're going to talk about Zelda and we're going to talk about what wasn't shown there. Okay, Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4. Look, it's not an RPG. Is it sort of a strategy game? Yes. But look, people have been asking for a new Pikmin game for the longest time. Pikmin 4 was announced. Once again, people ask for something. It's finally here. We got, other than that, 007, the Nintendo 64 games. Like, let's be honest, the Nintendo 64 didn't have that many first-party games, and we're getting some of the biggest ones. We're getting 007, and 007 isn't even a first-party game, it's a Rare game. It belongs to Microsoft in part, you know, whole blah, 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 blah. But exactly, Yakuza games. Like, I'm not trying to be a Nintendo shill. And if, like I said at the beginning, my opinion, if you didn't like the Direct, you didn't like the Direct. You're allowed to not like the Direct, and you're allowed to not have the same opinion as me. I'm just telling you, when you look at it, they announced a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff, was it RPG-centric? Was it farming-centric? Yes, but that's what developers are putting out right now. So they can't make miracles. And we finally got the title to the Zelda game. Now, I would have liked to see a little bit more gameplay. Maybe there isn't gameplay that's ready yet, because we're still... they said it for May? May, right? They said it for May? I feel like saying they said it for May. Oh, we're getting Tunic as well. Someone that we talked about that too a few weeks ago. It's funny, on stream we talked, someone said, hey, you think we're going to get Tunic? And I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to come to Switch. Now visually it looks very highly downgraded, but don't forget it's not out yet. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. They do have time to polish it up a bit. Hopefully it's going to be a little better. But we're getting Tunic as well. Tunic is a Zelda-like game. It's not a straight RPG. It's an action-adventure game. May. Thank you. So May, that means that basically we are in September. So we have October, November, December, January, March, April, May. So we're like 7 months away. 7 months away means that there might not be very much gameplay footage that Nintendo is comfortable putting out there. Because don't forget that if you remember what happened when they showed Sonic, the latest Sonic game, and that first trailer looked like garbage. People are gonna go crazy if you show a game and it doesn't look finished. So what that does is that maybe they could have shown us footage of gameplay unpolished, but they're not going to do it because they don't want people to bitch and they don't want people to say like, oh, look, the next Zelda game's going to be ugly, blah, 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 blah. You know, they don't want to do that. But I would have liked to see more, but we got the title. They talked about it. Now, problem is, people were expecting the Zelda collections. This is where I'm going to say my opinion why I don't count this as affecting the Direct in any way. You don't have to agree with it, but I'll explain. Nintendo never said this collection was coming. People wanted it, but Nintendo never said a word about putting out a Zelda Twilight Princess, a Zelda GameCube collection, the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker collection. So how can you fault Nintendo for not putting out something that they never said they were going to put out? Do you know what I mean? It's like people were hyped about it and people were saying this should be coming. So they assumed that Nintendo didn't put it out because they didn't want to put it out. But we have no idea if they were even working on it. We have no idea if they really had plans for it. And so how can you get angry at Nintendo for something that they never said they were going to do? Where you can get angry at Nintendo is for not putting out something that they said they were going to put out. Like, we were supposed to get Breath of the Wild this year. It's been pushed back to next year. I'd rather get a better game and they take an extra 7 months to polish it up. But that would be something that would be fair for someone to say, I'm a little angry, I'm disappointed in Nintendo. But how can you get angry at them for not putting out something that they never said they were going to put out? That's what I find weird. It's like, it's okay, but the hype and all the craziness about that Zelda collection never came from Nintendo. It came from creators that needed to hype something up and said, you're going to see, we're going to get the Wind Waker, we're going to get the Twilight Princess. And you know what? They were probably taking a shot in the dark because marketing-wise and monetary-wise, it would be a great move for Nintendo. They wouldn't have to do much work from the HD versions that were put out on the Wii U. They could port it over to the Switch. Bingo bango, make some money. It makes sense. But they never said they were going to do it. So people saying like, oh, Nintendo like shit the bed. They didn't announce that collection. They never said they were going to. They've never talked about that collection on the Switch. So I don't get angry. What you could maybe get angry for them is the new Metroid Prime. That's been in development. That's been pushed back, and we didn't get... Like, if someone said I was angry that we didn't hear about Metroid Prime, makes a little bit more sense. Although, once again, they never said it was coming out this year. At least that's a game that they actually actively said was in development, and we just haven't heard anything about it for, like, 2 years now. Like, the last thing we heard about it was when they were saying that they were starting over because they weren't satisfied by where the game was going. But other than that, we didn't hear about anything else and whatnot. So that's why, for me, the Nintendo Direct, I'm going to give it my score. I would have given it a B. It wasn't an A Direct because, yes, I've got to... To me, it wasn't an A or S tier Direct because the biggest WoW games that we had were almost games that we already knew about. Like, we already knew about Breath of the Wild 2 was fun to see the title, and to get a release date, but we already knew about it. Bayonetta 3, one of my top games for the Direct. Awesome, but we already knew about it. So it's not, to me, like, okay, now this hypes everything. And the biggest announcements, Front Mission, we also knew was coming, but we got a little bit more information now. And the biggest fresh announcement was the new Fire Emblem. I like Fire Emblem. You see, in Atelier Ryza 3, there are fans of Atelier Ryza. If you're a fan of RPGs, you're going to be rating it higher too. Like, and that's why I said it's an opinion. People that rated it an S tier, I'm not telling them it's wrong. If you are a huge farming sim and RPG fan, it could have been an S tier for you. If you are like, if Fire Emblem is your top franchise on the Nintendo, and there are people out there that will say Three Houses is my favorite Nintendo Switch game, I can get it. This is an S for you. So that's why, like, whatever. While people who hate RPGs and farming sims, I can get why they gave this one a D as well. I play a little bit of everything. I love RPGs. I just get less excited over RPGs because of the channel. I know I won't have time to play them enough. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to pick up the new Fire Emblem. I'm going to probably put 20-25 hours into. But once again, that will be far from enough to finish the actual game. And I'll have to move on to something else because more games are coming out. And if I stay on one game for 100 hours, that means the channel gets no content for a month. You know what I mean? So that's why I said it's opinions and everyone's is okay. I'm just saying, for me it's a B. I'm saying I think there was enough good content there to warrant a decent Direct. And at the same time, some of the biggest, like, complaining out there is for stuff that I have trouble faulting Nintendo for, simply because they never said that was stuff that was coming. To me. And that is my thoughts on the Direct. And if I would have made a video on the Direct, that's where it would have spun. You know what I mean? I would have gone through, these are the things that I really like, was cool to see Zelda, blah, 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 blah. These are the things that I was disappointed about. We didn't get any news on Metroid Prime, you know, and I would have ended on explaining that the Zelda collections, would I have loved to see them? Yes. But to me, it doesn't factor into making this Direct less powerful because it's something that Nintendo never promised. The Fist of the North Star game. Yeah, the boxing game. The presentation is off. Because if you've watched Fist of the North Star, it's a super hardcore, super gory anime. And the way they presented it is they made it look like this super happy-go-lucky, ridiculous game. And that is not Fist of the North Star. Like, if anyone has watched the old school Fist of the North Star anime, it is like, you know, it's a very, very hard... It's a very hardcore anime, even more so than JoJo. Like, JoJo has some pretty hardcore fights, but Fist of the North Star is, like, dark from beginning to end. JoJo still has its, like, dumb moments, you know what I mean? By dumb moments, I mean, like, you know, sort of jokey anime, like, ha 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 moments and, you know, funny moments. But Fist of the North Star, the original anime, is all, like, dark and, like, people's heads blowing up and people, like, you know, like, being beat to a pulp and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it's probably would have just cost too much to get the JoJo IP. You're probably right. Fist of the North Star probably costs very little because, let's be honest, it's not hype right now. There's not, like, it's probably not a property you're gonna have to pay a lot for. Yeah. But yeah, it's It's weird. I remember the like 90s movie that they made, like live action movie, Fist of the North Star. I don't know if anyone saw it, but you can check it out. You can check it. You can check online. It exists. There's a 90s live action movie that was made for Fist of the North Star. I saw that movie. It is god awful. It is god awful. And actually, my next intro to my video, my next deep fake. I can't promise it yet because I have to actually render it and see if it works. But I think I want to take a scene from the Street Fighter movie. I think I'm going to start diving into, like, I'm going to look at some of the best scenes from, like, the Mario Brothers movie, Double Dragon, and Street Fighter, and like those old failed, like, video game movies. And I want to try and deepfake it. It's just hard because a lot of them, people are wearing glasses and people are wearing, like... Basically, if they have anything on their face, it makes it really rough. But yeah. Epic, terrible. I agree. Plus, it's like... if there's one thing they should have gotten right in, like, a Fist of the North Star movie, is, like, the martial arts. And the martial arts are terrible. And let's be honest, budget-wise, hiring martial artists, not expensive. Not expensive. Not expensive hiring martial artists. You can find some really decent martial artists for very cheap to make some epic fight scenes. You only need, like, one really good actor martial artist to be, like, your main character, but everyone else can just be, like, you know what I mean? You can, like, literally go to, like, a karate school and be like, hey, who wants to make a movie? And get some decent action scenes. Freaking terrible. But yeah, Fist of the North Star, terrible movie. Love it. But honestly, there are some terrible movies out there that I love. That's not a movie I love. That's really one that is just bad, but it's funny bad. Like, it's worth watching to be funny bad. While we're on the topic of terrible movies that I love, has everyone seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist? If you have not, I'll be honest, the best way to watch it is drunk, or drunk. But that movie is freaking hilarious. It is awful. It is awful. It is a bad movie, but it's a bad movie that is funny. Kung Pao Enter the Fist, man, is freaking amazing. And it's one of those movies that sort of disappeared. Like, when it came out, a lot of people knew about it, but since then, it's disappeared. Honestly, I would love to do movie night. I've wanted to do movie nights. The problem is, we can't do it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because of copyright. But I would love. Oh, The Room. Isn't that with, what's her name? Jennifer Lopez? Isn't that the one with Jennifer Lopez? Where, like, she becomes all red and weird and shit? Like, is that the one? I'm trying to remember. Because if it is, I did see it, but it was just so bad that I, like, zoned out. So I watched it, but I'm like, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what happened in it. But yeah. Oh man, I could make a list of terrible movies, like the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren in the 90s. Masters of the Universe. Are you Soccer Club? You're talking about the Shaolin Soccer? Shaolin Soccer is freaking amazing. But that movie is actually good. Like, Kung Pao Enter the Fist is extremely funny, but it's basically a guy that, like, it's before deepfake. He actually replaced, like, himself in like an old kung fu movie and did voiceovers. Doom is horrible. Oh, that's The Cell. You're right. That's The Cell with J-Lo. Hated The Cell as well. So I have to check what The Room is then. I might have seen it and it's just not coming to me. But yeah, Shaolin Soccer is just good. Shaolin Soccer, and what's the other one? The other one from him where he does the God Buddha fist there from heaven to finish it. It's Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Hustle is freaking amazing too. That actor is makes great movies. Eduardo, don't apologize for liking movies like that. Because like I said, a lot of these movies are awful, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. I've watched the Mario Brothers movie many times because it has its moments. If you rewatch it, it has its moments, and it's not... It's just... It'd be a decent movie if it wasn't a Mario movie. I don't know if you get what I mean. The fact that... The reason why it's bad is because it's trying to be a Mario movie. If it wasn't a Mario movie, it'd just be a run-of-the-mill action sci-fi movie. You know what I mean? But because they're trying to make it a Mario movie, and it does it so badly, that's what makes it awful. But, and I'm taking the Mario movie for example, but overall, not that bad. Olga Kurilenko. She's good looking though. At least you have something good to look at. I don't know. I'd have to see. But I'd have to see. It depends. Maybe it doesn't carry the movie enough. But Mystery Science Theater 3000. I can't put my finger on what that is. I'll check that out. Yeah, exactly. And another movie, like I'm laughing at the Street Fighter movie, but the Street Fighter movies has its moments. It just misrepresented the most important characters. Oh my god, Annihilation is that ruined a franchise. Annihilation is so bad because the first movie actually set up something decent. I'm not gonna say good. It set up something decent for the time. That was a decent video game movie, because back then there were no good superhero or video game movies. It set up something decent and they freaking ruined it. Like, all they had to do was do another tournament. Like, I'm getting angry here. Like, I don't get why they're trying to do Mortal Kombat without a tournament. Like, think about it. The last 3 Mortal Kombat movies have not had a tournament in it. Like, Mortal Kombat is about a tournament. It's about a tournament, and your movie doesn't have a tournament in it. I get that they were trying to do like a prequel thing, but like no. You're doing Mortal Kombat. It is a tournament, setting the forces of evil against the forces of good. And stop trying to mix in MMA crap. It's about over-the-top, crazy, super-powered fighters. Not realistic MMA fighters. But yeah, that was my rant about Mortal Kombat. The last movie wasn't bad, by the way. I enjoyed parts of it. It's just like the whole Cole Young thing. I'm like, you have so many characters to dive into, you don't need to start doing that. And creating characters for the movie and whatnot. Not needed. And to me, it like diminished the movie somewhat. But yeah, anyway. Okay, guys, I've got to get going though. Was super fun chatting though. Once again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Next week, keep an eye out. I might be announcing special streams because I might have some free time in the evenings next week. And I'm saying might, okay? Please understand might, because if, you know, when you have 4 kids, it's like rough to make sure. But I might have some time to do a few extra streams. So next week, we might have time to stream. We might do some chatty streams. We might do just some... we might just do... we might do a whole stream where we just like look at games and try out like random crappy games and stuff like that, like whatnot. But thank you everyone for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless trying out Bear and Breakfast. I think the game does have a decent offering here. We just scratched the surface, and this wasn't maybe the best presentation because we're only doing a couple of hours. But thank you everyone for showing up. It was super fun chatting with you guys. As usual, I hope I'll see all of you in my next video.